Today I'd like to talk about safety and security. The type of security I'm referring to is identity. Legal identity. If disaster should strike while living on the road, I'll need to have some way of recovering any lost forms of identification. This also applies to medical information. This is my solution. There are several manufacturers of these safes and various sizes offered. I chose this one because a sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper will fit right inside. I also chose one with a key lock, as I understand the combination locks are questionable after being in a fire. Not only will I store my identification papers in a safe, like birth certificate, license information, insurance information, titles, but also electronic copies of them on the latest portable media, currently a flash drive. Not shown, of course, but my flash drives will be labeled accordingly, including one with a red cross to indicate medical information. I understand some of us old people also carry one with us and leave a copy in the safe as a backup. Something I may look into. Now, the really tricky part. Where to place this heavy beast? Space is at a premium in a motorhome, you know, and I don't want it to be too obvious. Just something for people to think about. Now let's talk about safety. Safety in a motorhome is very important. It's a small confined space. And one thing we need is a smoke alarm. Another thing is a CO2 detector. Another is a propane detector. Now this motorhome already has a propane detector. However, it only has a smoke detector. Doesn't have a CO2 detector. So when I was at the hardware store picking up paint for the house and such, I got myself combination smoke detector and CO2 detector. So I'm going to replace the old smoke detector in the motorhome with this thing. So I've got everything all laid out here. Smoke detector, the plate, the screws, a hammer, screwdriver, and a drill. The first thing to do, of course, is remove the old smoke detector and dispose of it properly. The next is to remove the old mounting plate. Step is to install the new mounting plate. And it just so happens that the mounting screws match up. So I can just install those. the screws in until they're close. Attach the panel and tighten down the screws. This new smoke detector and CO2 detector comes with AA batteries in it instead of the usual 9 volts. I guess because it's very slim, which is convenient in a motorhome since there's not a lot of space. So all we have to do is install it. And we're done. And of course, every once in a while you got to check your smoke detector. There's a button here. And it's working. Yes, I know it's working. I'll read the instructions later. But that's pretty much all there is to it.
So now I can be safe and secure in my motorhome.